I want to bring up our first comic. She's been doing such great things all around, man. I hope y'all appreciate it. Give a big round of applause for Kaitlyn McWilliams!
Hey guys, how we doing? Thank you all for coming out. This means like a whole bunch to us. I personally feel like super glad to be here tonight. You know, I feel really lucky, you know, especially because I'm a pretty bad driver and I almost didn't make it. Like on the way over, I cut someone off and he was pretty pissed, you know? Like he rolled down his window and he yelled at me. He was like, "Use your peripheral vision." And I was like, dude, this is like a pretty old car. Like, it definitely did not come with that. You know, idiot. You know, I don't know what people expect from me though. Like, I am only 5 feet tall. I can barely reach the pedals. Yeah, I have to sit so close to the steering wheel, my nipples get sore. You know? You guys are honking at me in the left turn lane, and I'm like, hold on, I'm chafing. You know? I have to get my lotion out, swerving, because I have to get my lotion out and apply it to my nipples. And then it starts to feel good. So then I have to get out my vibrator. It's like a whole thing, you know? I don't know. But don't come at me. They say don't text and drive, but I've never heard anyone say don't drive and vibe. Thank you guys all for coming out. Can't tell I'm not very mature, not a very mature person, you know? But as I'm getting older, I'm trying to build better habits. I know I'm getting older because the other day someone was like, "What's your favorite candy?" And I was like, "Tums." I don't know where that came from, but trying to build better habits as I'm getting older. I think it's going well for me. For example, my weekend routine no longer consists of me dry swallowing Plan B. I'm just using water now. You know? I said that joke in front of my dad, and he was like, "You can get Plan B in Texas?" I was like, "I don't know, Dad, it's just a joke." You know, like I haven't actually taken a Plan B in Texas. But like back in Michigan, I used to go to the local CVS and they'd be like, "The usual?" Just like a Plan B and a Pedialyte. I'm sober. I am sober. I've actually just hit 50 days sober. Thank you guys. I hit 50 days sober, but I learned a lot. I learned a lot about being sober, mainly that being sober is a scam. It's a huge scam. Don't do it, you know? I swear, the other day I ordered a mocktail. I swear they brought me a martini glass, a lime, and a Capri Sun. And then charged me $20 for it. This is a scam, you know? I don't know, I thought it would be good, like, to give up alcohol because I kept forgetting shit. Turns out I'm just forgetful. Since I've been sober, I washed my wallet, I lost my phone. The other day I forgot to pick my kids up from soccer practice. I got all the way to the park before I remembered I had the abortion. For legal purposes, that is a joke. No, getting older, I'm trying to build better habits. I'm not mature enough for like a child right now though. You know, I'm not mature enough for a child, especially because like the closest thing I have to a child is my robo-vacuum. And whenever it gets into something that it shouldn't, my first instinct is just like beat the shit out of it. So I've gone through 3 this year. Not mature enough for a relationship. I know that for a fact. I know that because the other day I was talking to my sister, and she was like, "When my husband goes out of town, I like to cozy up on the couch with a good book." A book? Bitch, I would cheat. Perfect opportunity. But I am trying to get better. I've been taking financial advice from my mother, because it turns out she's really good with her money. She hasn't spent anything since like 2008 when she died. Dead mom jokes. It's not a joke. In this economy, it's the best financial decision she made for her family. The amount of Oz. The rest of my set is dead mom jokes. So buckle up, you know, because she did it. All right. My mom really did die. I have the right to joke about it. She did die. But, you know, I think it's important to talk about it. It's a traumatic event, but most of us go through it in our life. But it did take me a really long time before I could, like, talk about it, you know? Which is why I was confused when my friend's dad recently passed away. And, like, 2 weeks later, she made a joke about it. I was like, you can't do that. You know, that's too soon, right? Like, my mom died 18 years ago. Joking about that feels legal. Your dad died 2 weeks ago. You're a pedophile. I don't know. But I think that was too soon, you know? I feel like it's like saying I love you on the first date, you know? Like, it feels really good in the moment, but you don't know how bad it's gonna get. It might ruin some Christmases, you know? But I feel really bad, though, because, you know, after my mom passed, I was really mean to my dad afterwards, and I specifically remember telling him that I wish that it would have been him instead of her. Yeah. To this day, I feel awful that it was her. You know, I think, I wonder what it would, like, if it would be different, though, you know, if I lost him instead of her. Sometimes I think, like, would I still be such a slut? You know? I think that if that was the case, that would be pretty awful. You know, because it's like my only party trick. I don't know. I love my dad, but he is an asshole. He's an asshole. And I don't know. I think if I was married to him, I'd probably kill myself too. Well, to be clear, my mom didn't kill herself. I just imagine that she, like, would have, you know, if the cancer didn't get to her first. Okay. That's it. We're done. All right, I'll leave you on a light one. Do you guys ever feel like when a pilot tells you how high you're flying, it's just like a similar vibe to a guy telling you how big his thing is? You know, he'd be like, "This is your pilot speaking. We've reached our cruising altitude of about 38,000 feet, which, by the way, is a pretty high height." Way higher than our average pilot. Way higher than our co-pilot John could have gotten us. Sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. Got a pretty smooth one here for today. A couple bumps there and there. Here. Don't worry, they're not contagious. You know, statistically, like, most pilots are men, which is why I think they're always bragging about their accomplishments. You know, they'll be like, "This is your pilot speaking. We've reached our gate 30 minutes early." Again, that's 30 minutes early. Nothing to do with the wind patterns. Everything to do with my performance. My name is Derek and I am single. All right, that's my time, guys. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Kaitlyn McWilliams. You can follow me on Instagram @CommonKate.
Oh, yeah.